Hey everybody, what is up this week? I'm April with All Things Beautiful. If you've not joined my channel before, then thank you so much for watching, and I ask that you just hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, if you'd like to be reminded of every time that I upload a video, which happens every Wednesday. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video. For everybody else that's returning viewers, thank you so much for your continued support. I hope that this week that we're bringing you something that's more interesting. I don't know, just something new, something that has been out there as far as a name brand for a while, and you just don't hear a whole lot about it. So I'm interested to bring that to you today. I am sitting like closer to the window. It is such a pretty day outside. A little bit of overcast, so of course if the lighting goes crazy, then that's why. But I wanted to sit a little closer to the window today. It's just such a pretty day, and once you've been like cooped up in the house for so long, you just kind of need that fresh air, that fresh look, just something different. So anyway, that's what I'm doing for you today, and I just want to get started. I want to show you what I have, and I don't know how this is gonna go like all other videos, because this is a new product for me to try out, and I'm going to try it out for you guys today. Let's see how this works. This is the Flower EE. This is Erase Everything Ultimate Foundation. This comes in this, it's an odd little tube, okay? Tube, but that, y'all, okay? I don't know if you can see that too. Is a brush. The applicator is a brush. I don't know if you can like take that. I don't think so. I think that pushes down and the product comes out. We're about to see. This is in UF2 Porcelain Tint. What does it say on the back? It's a miracle. Our EE Erase Everything Ultimate Foundation fills in uneven skin texture and fine lines while hydrating the skin. That's just what we need. Apply the cream-like balm directly to the skin for a silky matte finish. Light diffusing pigments blur out skin imperfections while smoothing complexion. Use alone for a fresh look or as a primer before your favorite flower makeup. So we're using this alone. I'm going to use my regular concealer today because I didn't get a concealer, but I'm going to use this. Now this comes in a 1 fluid ounce, and I will link everything below and its prices because I ordered this online, so I don't have all of the pricing in front of me. But you can guarantee that if I bought this to try out for YouTube, then I did buy something that was affordable. And let's get started with that. I've primed my face already with my usual primers, and I hydrated really well first before that. So if you see any peach fuzz on my face, and you probably will, then just know that it is way past time for me to hydroplane my face. And I like to do that as soon as I get out of the shower at night because it allows for my face just to be a little more supple. I don't, have to fight with trying to like cut my skin or anything like that. It just seems to work better as soon as I've gotten out of a shower. So let's get started with this. I'm anxious to see exactly like how this crazy little brush works because y'all all know I like my beauty blender. So let's get started. So I'm just going to squeeze. Okay, so there you see the bristles are parting and the product is coming out in the middle. I know it's like hard to see behind me, but anyway, you can see that, and I'm just gonna go with just like that amount. It's not really kind of like up to the top of the bristles yet. It's still kind of down in there, but it looks like a pretty thick product, and it looks like there's a lot of it because it's already like up to here. So I'm not gonna squeeze anymore. Let's just see how this goes. What? Okay, right off the bat, this smells like paint. That should be interesting. My husband always says, paint in the barn, but whatever. The brush is really soft. I'm going to squeeze a little more product out. Um, so you can clearly like make a mess with that. What I'm gonna do is, like, I don't, okay, so you won't be able to keep rubbing that without the product continuing to come out. So I'm going to cap that, and I am going to use my beauty blender to buff this out. How are y'all making it? Like, how's everybody doing? We are doing pretty good. This last week was pretty rough for me because I did have to cut one of my jobs, my ER job. I did have to let that go for right now. I don't know that that's going to be a permanent thing, but as long as this virus is out and is prevalent the way that it is, my full-time job, which is in orthopedics, working in spine with spine surgery patients, which it's not just our group, like in our whole facility, we have, I don't know, 10 to 18 doctors and surgeons, and so they all practice something different: hands, ankles, total joints, spine, you know, stuff like that. And so it's not just our group, but our facility as a whole implemented a rule that we could not work at multiple healthcare facilities while this was going on. And I do get that. I understand it completely, because while I'm in a clinic setting full time, I, am seeing mostly healthy patients, and we are screening those patients. But when I go to the emergency room, like, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I'm going to come across way more things, especially right now in that environment, than I do in the clinical setting. I'm going to apply some more, y'all. This is pretty sheer, it looks like. So, to keep everybody safe, that we're continuing to work around in the clinic, which we are continuing to work. We're not seeing the same number of patients, and we are screening, and we are telling our older people to stay home, if at all possible. We are trying to do those precautions, but needless to say, so I lost that income, and then my full-time income as well has been changed because we are not seeing the same number of patients that we normally do. So they have cut us back, and I'm off right now 2 days a week, which is good for being at home, stay-at-home mom and wanting that luxury, but it is bad when it happens all of a sudden and you didn't plan for it and you lose that income. While they are still helping us and supplementing us to a degree for our income, it is not our full pay. So, yeah, the struggle just got real here for us financially, even though we're in the healthcare field. And that's something that, y'all need to take into consideration and take into mind, all you healthcare workers that follow me, because while we've always said, like, we have a job that's guaranteed, we do, but right now is even changing that. So it's a big pill to swallow. And so last week I was extremely stressed out. I didn't know what to do. I've had to, get with people and my family, and like us trying to figure out childcare arrangements, because clearly for me, sending a child to daycare every day, Monday through Friday, and then one to he was going in an after-school program, but since all this is happening, they're not having school anymore, then they were acting as a daycare all day, and that changed how much we were having to pay them. And so it is one of the things that I, said from the get-go was about the only thing that I have as far in the way of my bills that I could let go. I don't you know, live real extravagantly. I don't have like huge credit card debt. The debt that I have that's on my credit card is gas or groceries. And, you know, you have that to think about. And so the daycare was the only thing that I had that I could let go. And I was trying to figure out, like, how am I going to do that and still have kids, you know, on the days that I am scheduled to work, because we do see patients on those days and, you know, I can't take them with me. So I've had to make those arrangements. But in the meantime, it all worked out because the daycares, I've talked to them both and they're closing. So until further notice, they're not going to charge us while, you know, they're not open. So, okay. Let's talk about this for 2 seconds. So I'm looking at this like up close, and it's very sheer, but what is going on? It looks very cakey in places, especially like in my eyebrow. Can you say that? What the mess is going on in my eyebrows? Let's try to pat that out. Ooh. Oh my dear Jesus. And it's like the more you rub it, the worse it gets. Okay, hold on 1 second. We've got to like figure this out because this ain't gonna work. On my cheeks, it doesn't look too bad. But the tip of my nose looks kind of cakey. All around, like here is cakey. And I didn't do anything different today than I normally do. So I don't know what that's about, but on camera it looks like it's smoothed everything out and everything looks really good, but up close it's just not impressive. A little scary maybe. Okay, I'm gonna move on to concealer. But anyway, so we've been dealing with that here, and then we've been dealing also with, you know, just hitting us that, you know, we're not going to be able to like really see our close family members, my grandparents most especially. And, you know, we carried the kids fishing this last weekend in a private pond close to my grandparents, and we did stop by and see them from the car, and they were so excited about that, seeing the kids. But that night, and we had a pretty good day. Jace caught his first little fish. It was exciting. He was so cute. It was just precious. So we had that really good memory. But that night, like had to deal with, like, Leslie had a breakdown because, you know, we've been trying to talk to them about why they can't play with their friends, and you know, why we're having to stay at home so much, and why we can't go here, and why we can't go there, and why everybody's closed, and, you know, the whole shebang. But, you know, it's been real difficult for kids to understand. And seeing the grandparents Saturday, and I broke down too because I can't love on them, and I understand from the medical aspect of the problems that it can cause them should they get this virus. And at their age, my grandmother's will be 81 this month, and my papa will be 88 soon. So, you know, like, we have to stay away from them, and it's just tough because we don't live close to them. I would say we live an hour, a little more from them, And that's a distance compared to what we have always been around them. But just seeing them this weekend and not being able to hug on them and kiss on them was pretty rough. And you can hear it like in my voice because it's difficult. It's difficult. Like, that's my best friends, my biggest supporters, no matter what I've been through in my life. And so to not be able to like put my arms around them and hug them when I see them, it's really, really difficult. But Wesley broke down about that Saturday night, and he said he was worried, you know, he would never get to see, which in his mind means like hug and love on the grandparents, because they all like, you know, get all over him and do what grandparents do. And so that was pretty difficult, you know, to talk to him through that and pray with him, because we don't know what else to do. That's all we can do. And, you know, it's just been difficult emotionally for us this last week. And we are trying to rebound from that and make, you know, I told him this, and I'll tell this to you. Like, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be fearful. It's okay to be worried. It is okay to go through the roller coaster of emotions right now, and it's okay to lose it, like break down, lose it. I have done that over this last week, probably 3 good times. And it's okay to do that, but cry it out. Pick yourself up. Put your big girl panties on or big boy undies, and then we got to hold our head up and progress with our days and try to make the best of it. We can't stay in that place of sorrow and pity and worry and concern, because ultimately we have to just pray about it and put it in the Lord's hands and trust that everybody's going to be okay at the end of this, and that, you know, we're going to get to see our loved ones again and hug them and kiss them in this life. And so do that. Encourage everybody around you to do that, because that's what's going to keep us strong, and that's what's going to keep us going through this time. And we're just praying that this is all over soon. So this morning we got up, and, you know, I would like to exercise first thing before I eat breakfast, but the boys are like, no, we have to eat. The concealer, actually, this is that e.l.f. hydrating concealer that I have been using, and it actually like applies over top of that flower foundation really well, and it looks really good, and it looks really good on camera, but it did not enhance any of those areas that it looked like it was getting cakey. It didn't enhance it. It didn't do anything to make it better either. But anyway, so this morning we get up and I let them eat while hold on just a second. Okay, while I did my workout, and then I ate, and while I was working out, I actually had them I told Jace, he's little, you know, get a wet rag and bring it in here, so he did, and I had him, like, you know, dust everything for me. He wiped down the top of the TV and the Roku and all that kind of stuff, and he wiped off my tables and out of my windowsills for me and such as that while I did my workout. And I had Wesley get the vacuum cleaner with the extender on it and clean like around the crown molding at the top, because, you know, you just have to do that every so often, because if you don't, then you will look up one day and notice, I got foundation in my hair, and notice spider webs hanging, and that's not a good look to have. So I had him do that, and then when he got through with that, I talked to my husband on the phone a little bit, who was at work, and telling me about some meetings he was having, and I carry the boys to the school to pick up their lunch, because right now our school district is offering free grab-and-go lunches for any child under the age of 18. They don't have to be a part of our school district. We don't have to show ID or anything like that, but they're offering the grab-and-go lunches, and they're including 2 breakfast items in that. And then if the adults want to purchase it, they can, and it's $3.50. And we have not taken part in that since this has happened, but you know, it has been one of the things that's like on my mind, is our children are home constantly, and how much of a drastic difference that it would make in saving on our grocery bill if, you know, we could get those breakfast and lunches for free. Because while we haven't needed them so much, or so to say, like right now, I feel like, you know, we need to be saving where we can. So we go and we get the lunches, and it's like a drive-through. You don't get out of your car, you just tell them how many you want. And so I got 2 for the boys. They gave me like 2 grocery sacks full of food, 2 of them, and then handed me 2 like ham and cheese sandwiches and 2 corn dogs. I was just like, what in the world? So I am so thankful and so grateful for our school district for doing that and offering that to the kids, because when we got back, like I literally set everything out on the counter, bag by bag, and took a picture of it, because I was just overwhelmed at the amount of food that they'd given us. And you guys, like, people need that right now. People really do need food. A lot of times, you know, kids go to school and that's like their only meals is the breakfast and lunch that the school has. So they did it mostly for those kids, but also, you know, for those of us who are also like, you know, losing our jobs and, you know, have struggles and need one less thing to have to pay for. And I'm so thankful for that. So we had nice lunches. They had ham and cheese sandwiches on hamburger buns. That was thick. It was not like 1 slice of ham and 1 slice of cheese. It would have filled a grown person up. And they had a corn dog each that they could either eat now or save for later. 2 bags of chips, 2 pieces of fruit, 2 juices, like 4 boxes of milk. I was just overwhelmed. I'm still just in awe at how nice that was. So I did message my brother-in-law, who is at home with my nephew, and told him also he's in the same school district to go and get, you know, my nephew some lunch too, and take advantage of, you know, the school's offering this to those of us who are home. And my brother-in-law's off work right now, and so he's home with how old is my nephew? He's 8-year-old. He didn't need a whole lot, but yeah. So when we got back and they started, you know, eating their lunch, got all that set out and put up what we were gonna save for the next day. They had Fruit Loops and Pop-Tarts in the bag. Then I told the boys, I said, while y'all eat your lunch, I'm gonna go do my video, and then y'all can play after I do my video, or while I'm doing my video, and then we'll do something else. So whenever I get through doing this, I plan on eating my lunch. I don't know, probably be just cereal, but I'm gonna eat that and let them do some schoolwork. Be nap time, and then we're gonna get outside and play baseball. So that's our day. I don't know if that was very exciting to you guys and y'all heard me just ramble, but you know, it is what it is. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my blush, and I bought this Nude blush, and this is also by Flower. This is called Flower Pots Powder Blush. Okay, it's bright, isn't it? This is in soft satin finish, easy to blend, buildable color. This color is Wild Rose PB3. Naturally radiant cheeks that are as pretty as a petal. Flower Pots Powder Blush blends on silky smooth, enhancing your skin tone with a healthy flush of color. The shade warms your complexion to your ideal tone. Show off your rosy glow. We never test on animals. Okay, so let's try this out. Oh, it's stuck to the package like really well. And it's got a really cute saying. Let's see, you can't even see that. It's so bright in here. Right there on the little package, like when you pull the blush off, behind it, it says in quotes, "Women deserve something beautiful, Drew." So how nice is that? I'm anxious to see what this looks like. This does remind me of, let me get it. This is my Milani blush that I use a lot, and I love the way that it applies in Tea Rose. And it does look like a flower, and then this one does as well. Okay, and it just reminds me of that as well, but it is much brighter. So I'm going to be careful like to go in with that very easily first, because I don't know how pigmented that is, and y'all know like I go in pretty heavy-handed with the blush, and we're just going to apply it to both sides. Okay, so it does not go on super pigmented, so that's, I mean, I think that's good in a way, because then you can like build that coverage up to how much you want. And y'all know me, I always look like a clown right now, but we'll tone this down for sure. But it's not going on like super pigmented, so you don't have to be like real careful whenever you put this, dip it in the pot and then apply like you're gonna be, woo! Okay. And let's just leave that the way it is for right now. Now I'm gonna move on, and I'm going to do my eyes. So let's listen to some music while I get my eyes done, and I'll be back to discuss the other things that I have for you in just a minute. Okay, so now the eyes are done, and I got the Flower Tattoo Effect Brow Stain 12-hour wear smudge proof defining chisel tip pro applicator. Tattoo Effect 12-hour wear smudge proof. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I've never had an issue with my brows smudging before. I have had an issue in prior videos of like using products where it was flaking off, but I don't think I've had an issue with them smudging. So, but that they would actually cover that is pretty interesting. This says, it's a game changer. Our revolutionary Brow Vixen Tattoo Effect Stain is the answer to brows that wow all day long. The precision chisel tip applicator delivers bold brow pigment that adheres to your natural hairs to define and sculpt them to perfection. The long-wearing smudge-proof formula locks in your look all day. No touch-ups required. Okay. Enriched with aloe vera and vitamin E, the formula contains conditions for full, healthy-looking brows. How to use. Use the angled, wide edge of the applicator to outline your brow shape and fill in very sparse areas. Then, using the chisel tip, feather-like hair strokes to taper your arches with precision. Again, we never test on animals, so. This is in soft brown or BV3. Okay, and it comes like this. Oh no. Okay, this has like a marker type tip. It is like very precision as far as edge. This is it right here that I just swiped. It did swipe easily, and it is not budget. I did some eyeshadows here trying to test which one I wanted, but okay, it dried down quick. No error for mistakes here. Oh, I'm kind of scared. Okay, so it feels cold and wet like a marker. Y'all, this color, I don't know about it. Looks kind of purple. Trying to remember to breathe right now. I think they look purple. Okay, so it does go on smooth, easily applies. The color, and I don't see how it's going to give you that hair-like look that it says it does, or that you may be going for, but it's so smooth and it goes on just so perfectly that it's actually like laying on my skin and not attaching to any of the hairs. And with that being said, like now it looks like I have a background to my eyebrows, and then my eyebrow hairs are actually like projecting from that. I don't like that, because at least with a pencil, like I feel like some of the pencil like sticks to the hairs themselves, and so it looks kind of like that's natural. This is not, it is not the worst eyebrow product that I have used. It is not. But it is very easy application. I got some fallout from my eyeshadow. Let me sweep that away. Let's just move on to the next one. Okay. Breathe. And that brow looks thicker than this brow. Let me wipe that off. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Let's just try to make this one thicker. That's all I know to do. I'm like, I almost feel like I'm having anxiety. What's happened? What's going on? Y'all see that? Oh my God. And I keep applying it, like that's gonna help things. Let's just put the top back on that. Oh my gosh. What just happened to my eyebrows? Okay, let's look at them way back here. They look pretty good from way back there. Can you see that? All right, moving right along. Let me do my mascara real fast, and then I'm gonna do my lip product. Okay, I didn't bring my setting spray up here with me. No, I didn't. So I'll have to set my face later. But y'all, these eyebrows, they've just thrown me for a loop. I'm trying to remind myself it's not the worst. It's not the worst. All right, moving right along to lips. I picked up this. I'm trying to find some like nudes that actually look the way that I envision them to look. A lot of them have a lot of dark brown or more orange undertone. Some of them may have like too pink of an undertone. And so I've been trying to find like that perfect nude for me, and I'm anxious to see how this looks together. This is the Flower Lip Liner in Nude LL1. Precision Definition, Rich Pigments. Petal Pout. Okay, it says perfect that pout. Introducing the Petal Pout Lip Liner, a liner that defines lips with precise pigment rich color while it frames, fills in, and prevents feathering. The smooth, creamy formula gives you weightless definition that glides on comfortably and stays put. Pair with your favorite Petal Pout lip color for a fuller lip look that lasts. That is a lot of L's and P's, okay? Complete with a built-in sharpener for quick touch-ups on the go. We never test on animals. Made in the USA. So let's look at it. Again, like I'm buying this stuff online, so I can't like look at it in the store. This looks like a good brown undertone. I'm worried it has a little too much orange in it, but let's see. It is, you know, kind of a orange base. It doesn't look terrible. But quite honestly, like it looks just like the lip liner that I've been wearing as far as color. So let's move on. Maybe the lipstick will help it look better. This is the Flower Ultimate Lip Butter in Naked Petal UL1. Lasting hydration and conditioning. Hydrate and what? I think that's in another language. Lasting hydration and conditioning. Glassy finish. This is Hydrasilk. Okay. So, Flower Ultimate Lip Butter. Naked Petal. Lips as smooth as silk. Hydrasilk Ultimate Lip Butter is a silky, nourishing, slim. It is not slime. It is slim lip pen. Our conditioning lip butter is hydrating on lips even after you remove it. The result is pure, intense color and glossy shine for a perfectly petal soft pout. Pucker up, buttercup. Yay! All right. Comes in a really cute tube. This is kind of a raised little metallic area. And it does look very, very similar, if not exactly the same in color to the lip liner. So that's good. I'm seeing things outside. I'm sorry, I'm getting so distracted. Ugh. That's a very pretty color. That is the nude color I'm looking for. I just would like even though the lip liner goes really well with it, when it applies, the lip liner is darker. And I wish I could find like the lip liner that actually looks like the lipstick or lip gloss. So, all right, that is the completed look. And I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but I feel like I am, probably because I haven't done my setting spray yet. But what I'm gonna say with first impressions about these products is I am going to pass on this Flower Erase Everything Ultimate Foundation. I'm gonna pass on that simply because it is kind of cakey in areas and I'm not really sure like what's causing that. It doesn't seem to be like rhyme or reason to it. When it got in my eyebrow hairs, it was really clumpy and pretty difficult to get out. And so for that, I'm going to pass on that because I don't think that it's worth it. I mean, we can clearly find products that are much better than that. Now, as far as the eyebrows, we can all say that that's going to be a, okay, no. Just don't do that one. Don't do that one. And then lip products. I do love the lip liner. I like the lip liner a lot. And I like the color of it. The color of it's fine. It just wasn't what I wanted it to match this true nude. And while it looks really good with it and complements it nicely, I don't know. So, I mean, I think that's a keeper. I would keep that. Just keep looking for that perfect kind of nude that I'm looking for is what I would do. And then the blush is also, I'm gonna say it's really nice. It looks good on. It does take some building to get that coverage built up to the color that you want. And so if you want something that's like that and you can just do a little swipe here or there every once in a while, I had a little bit of color, and then on other days you build that up, then that's great. That would be something for you probably. If you want, you know, something more full coverage and something that goes on a little thicker, more pigmented, then that's not for you. But I think it would be a nice thing to keep around. It's definitely not bad. It is not bad. And then the lipstick color, I don't know, as far as Hydrasilk, like it's not drying right now on my lips at all, even though my lips are chapped. It's not drying at all, and I do love the color, so I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. So anyway, we'll see. I don't know necessarily that I need to give this a wear test because I'm already giving a thumbs down to the foundation. So I'm just gonna let that be and leave it as it is, and you guys let me know what you think about these products, if you've tried them before, how you like them or dislike them, and let me know if there's some other products out there that you are interested in me trying, showing you out. And most importantly, like if you love this brow product, it is just so crazy. Let me know. Let me know what you think about all of these things. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait until next week and we do this again, and let's see what else that we can pull out of our hat from online shopping. See you then. Bye.